Hey guys, welcome to the next session of Microsoft Cognitive Services. And in the last session we discussed on how we can create this image recognition, that is computer vision Microsoft Cognitive Service, and how we can use it from Angular application. So in the last session we have created this form, and whenever we put any image address into this particular field, then let me analyze the image. And now over here we are able to see some response from the Microsoft Cognitive Services. Like over here we are able to see some tags like laptop, person, indoor, then computer, and we are able to see some description as well, and we are able to see some caption like a person sitting at the table using a laptop computer like this. So we have already seen how we can create this and use this computer vision Microsoft Cognitive Service from Angular application. And today in this session we are going to talk about how we can use this translator service. Like over here we are able to see how we can translate one text from one language to another, and in this session I am going to translate some text from English to Hindi. If you are using if you want to use some different languages, then definitely you can use it. I will show you how we can use this one. So let me give the demo. Like whenever we type some text over here like hi, I am from India, and let me translate this text. So over here I am able to see the translated text like hi, मैं भारत से हूँ, which is correct one, and the language in which I am going to translate is Hindi. Over here HI is a code for Hindi. So today we are going to see how we can create this translation service from Angular application, and today we are going to talk about everything about this translation service. So I hope you will enjoy this session, and without wasting much more time, let's start to develop this application. So now I'm in my Visual Studio Code. So the first step that we need to follow is to create new component. So let me go to my terminal and let me click on new terminal, and let me type the command to create the component, that is ng gc and component name. So the component name is translate like this. Let me hit the enter. So it will automatically create the component for me. So now component is created, and over here we are able to see this new folder that is called as a translate, and inside this all the component related files like css, html, ts and specification.ts file exists. So we need to configure the path for this component. So let me go to this app.routing.module.ts, and over here we have already configured the path for image recognition component. So let me copy this one and let me paste it over here like this, and let me change all the values. So the path name that I want to give is like translate, and component name is translate component. Let me save this one, and now let me go to my header component. So in this, let me go to this header.component.html so that we can add the new path in this. So let me add new li. So let me copy the existing one and let me paste it over here like this, and inside this we need to change the values. So let me close this terminal and let me change this text to the translate like this, and the path of this link is, let me copy this from over here. So let me copy this path. Let me go to my header.component.html, and inside the router link let me paste this path, and make sure you are just starting this with a slash. Otherwise if you missed this slash, then you might get some error. So let me save this one and let me go to my browser, and I have already started this application, and the application is running on my local host. So let me go to this, and over here now I am able to see this new navigation option. So let me click on this translate, and now over here we are able to see the text like translate works. So that means we have successfully added the component, and that particular component is working when we are clicking on this navigation option. So this is the first step that we done. The second step that we need to follow is to create the Microsoft Translate Cognitive Service. So let me go to this Microsoft Azure portal. I have already logged into my account, and over here in the last session itself we have created this image recognition service. Now we need to add the new service. So over here on the home page itself, I am able to find this cognitive service option. If you are not be able to find this service, you can search it over here. So let me search cognitive services. So over here, let me click on this cognitive services, and then you will find different options over here. So over here, I am able to see this image recognition. But if you haven't created this image recognition, and let's suppose if the translate service is the first service that you are going to create, then you will not find this option. Instead, you will find one button over here, that is create new services or something like that, like create new service option. So over here, let me click on this add. So let me click on this add one, and then we need to find this service and we need to create this service. So over here, we just need to search this service. So let me search for translate. But before that, all the information is loading. So now let me search for translate like this, or let me search for translator like this, and let me click on this first option. Now over here on the below side, you will be able to find different options which are related to this translator. So let me wait till all the option gets load. So now over here, I am able to find these two options like translator and speech. So the option in which we are interested is this translator. So let me click on this create, and let me click on this translator. So it will create all these necessary things for this creating this translator option. And now over here, make sure you are choosing this free trial option, and if you are using the pro account, then you can definitely go for the pro account. Then inside the resource group, let me create new one, and let me give the name like text like this. So in the last session, we have created this image as a resource group, but this all is related to the text. So I will create new resource group, and I will click on OK. And now over here, we just need to choose this resource group region. So by default, it is East Asia for me, so I will keep this as it is. If you want to choose any another, like there are different options like France, Global, Japan East, Japan West. So if you want to create some other region, then you can choose the region as well. So make sure you are just remembering this region, because while creating or while trying to hit this service from the Angular application, we need to specify the region. So whatever region you will choose here, just note it down, because we are going to use this from the Angular application. Now all these things are done. Now we need to mention the resource region. So resource region is East Asia. So let me find the East Asia over here, and let me click on this one, and then let me find the name. So name of the service will be the translate, and then pricing tier will be the free, that is F0, because I am using the free trial account. So I just need to go for this free. If you are using the pro account, then definitely you can go for these some other options. So over here, it is giving me some error like this translate name is already exists. So let me give the translate one, and let me see whether it is available or not. So yeah, the translate one is available. Now let me click on this review plus create button. So let me click on these, and now over here you will find information that you mentioned in the last form. So over here, just review all the information and make sure you are just reviewing everything and everything is correct. And let me click on create service button. So now it is deploying the service, and it is submitting all the deployment. So it will take few minutes, and then you will find this service to be created. Now all these things are done, and over here you are be able to find this button like go to resource. So let me click on this go to resource button, and it will take you to this translate one resource that we just created. Now over here, we just need to follow some steps so that we can hit this translate one service from the Angular application. So on the left hand side, you will be able to find different options like quick start, then keys and endpoints, the option in which we are interested most, then encryption, then pricing tiers, networking, etc. And on the right hand side, you will be able to follow or see some different informations like some documentation and coding samples and all. So if you want to go for the documentation, you can go click over here, and then you will be able to find some documentation over here. So the service is created, and let me try to hit this particular service from my Angular application. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code and let me see over here. So over here we have already created the component, and we have already created these configured this path and all. So now let me close all these files, and now let me go to my translate.component.html. So in the last session for image recognition cognitive service, we have already created all the forms and all. So if you have already created all these forms, and if you have already seen how to create this image recognition, then you can copy the same code and you can paste it over here, and you can change the names only. But if you are watching this session for the first time, so you might not have that previous code, so I will just type some code over here, so you need to follow that code. So let me remove this translate works text, and let me add some code. So let me create one container in which I will create one card. So let me create one card. So these all container and card are all the Bootstrap classes. So I have already configured this application to use the Bootstrap. So if you don't know how to configure the application to use Bootstrap, then I will give a link in my description box, and you can check out that particular link. So over here I just need to create one form. So let me use another Bootstrap class, that is form group, and then let me type let me type just input type is equals to text, like this. And before that, let me give one label for, I'll just make this as empty, and now the label text will be the text to translate, like this. Let me save this one, and now over here we just need to specify some ID, that is translate text. Again we just need to specify the name, so I will just specify name as translate text itself, and I will just give this label for translate text. Now again we just need to specify some code, but before that let me create, or let me apply some classes. So for this text to translate, we just need to apply class of form control, like this, and we just need to apply this same class for input field as well. So let me apply the same class for input field, like this. Let me save this one, and let me go to browser. Let me see whether it is working perfectly or not. Now over here we are able to find all these translate to text and the input box, but we just need to create these into two parts. So before that, or before creating these translate to text, we need to divide these card into the two equal parts. So for that, let me go to my HTML file, and over here let me write some code. So let me use COL, that is call LG-6, because Bootstrap creates 12 grids, and among that 12 grids I will take 6 grids for my form and 6 grids for my JSON that I want to show. And let me copy this div and let me paste it over here, like this. And let me cut this code that I have just wrote for this label and input text. Let me cut this one and let me paste it into the first div, like this. Now let me save this one, and let me go back to my browser, and let me see. Now it is working perfectly fine, but we have to apply some more classes, and we just need one button over here, so that when we click on this particular button, we will translate the text. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and over here let me copy this same div and let me paste it over here, like this. And let me remove this name and input type. Instead, let me just type input type is equals to submit, and value will be translate text. And let me apply some classes, like class is equals to form or button, that is btn, and btn primary, and w-100, that means width is equals to 100%. Let me save this one and let me go back to my browser and let me see whether it is working or not. Now we are able to see this button as well. So we just need to specify some margin from the top and we need to specify some padding as well so that it will look more beautifully. So let me go back to Visual Studio Code, and over here for the card let me apply some style like padding is equals to 20 pixels, and for the container let me apply one more class, that is empty5, which is margin top 5. Let me save this one. Let me go back to my browser. Let me see whether it is working or not. Now it is looking quite good. We have some space from the top and we have some padding as well. Now all these things are done. So whenever we will enter some text into this text box, and whenever we will click on this translate text button, we need to grab this text which we just wrote inside this text box, and we need to send that particular text to the Microsoft Azure service, so that this particular service will translate that particular text. So we just need to mention some forms over here so that we can grab whatever we have wrote inside this input field. So we need to mention some forms. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and over here whatever I have wrote into this div col6, so let me create one form over here like this, and let me just remove this action because we don't need, and let me cut this div and let me paste it inside this form, so that whatever input we will give in this particular field, we will grab that text. Now over here let me give some Angular specific code, that is hash translate form is equals to ng form, and autocomplete is equals to off, and whenever we will click on this submit button, we are going to call one function. So we haven't created this call function, the function that we need to call, but as of now let me give the name as inside the brackets ng submit, s is capital, is equals to the function name is translate text, t is a capital. Now the parameter that I want to pass is this translate form. So let me copy this name and let me paste it over here. Now let me save this one, and whenever we will click on the submit button, it will try to call this translate text function. So let me save this code. Let me go back to my browser and let me open the console. So let me open the console and let me see what happens when I try to click on this translate to text button. So whenever I will click on this translate to text button, as of now I am getting the error like ctx.translate text is not a function, because we haven't created this function. So let me create this function. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code and let me go back to this translate.component.ts. Inside this we just need to create one function. So let me copy this function name, that is translate text, and let me paste it over here below this ng on init. So this translate text takes one parameter, that is translate form. So let me just give the name as translate form, which is of type ng form like this, and let me give the brackets, and inside this let me give the code. So before that let me tell you one thing. If you are using this ng form, we just need to import the form module, because without importing this form module you will not be able to access this translate or this ng form. So to import the form module, we just need to go to this app.module.ts, and inside this we just need to import this forms module, which comes from Angular/forms. So we just need to import these, and we just need to write or specify this forms module into this imports array. So let me close this one, and now over here from this translate text we just need to grab the text. So let me console.log translate form like this. Let me save this one and let me go back to my browser and let me open the console, so that whatever I am able to, whatever error or whatever the text I am able to see this one. So let me put some values. like learn, and let me click on the translate text. Now over here we are able to find the form. So inside this ng form, the option in which we are interested is this value. So let me click on this value and let me click on this object, and over here we have some different options, right? So the option in which we are interested is this value, but as of now I'm not be able to find the option that I want exactly. So before so the reason behind this is, like, I have created this form and I have just given the name that translate form, but we have two different things, like we have just input type over here. So in Angular we just need to specify that this particular input field is a part of this translate form, so we need to specify this as well. So to specify this we just need to give ng model is equals to the name of that particular field. So name of this particular field is translate text. So let me copy this one and let me paste over here like this, and again we just need to write translate to text is equals to ng model like this. And now let me save this one and let me go to this browser, and now let me see what is happening. So over here let me give some text like learn. Let me click on the translate text. Again I am able to find this form, so let me click on this, and again let me go to this value, and now over here let me go to this object. Now over here we are able to see this translate text is equals to learn. So the option in which we are interested from this whole form is ng form dot value dot translate text. So whenever we will write ng form, that is the form name, ng form means a form name, and then translate text dot learn, we will get this text that whatever we have entered. Now let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and now let me just type translate form, which is ng form name, then value, then translate text. T is a capital. So make sure you are giving the correct name that whatever over here you are getting. So you can copy the same name from over here and you can paste it over here like this. And let me save this one. Let me go back to the browser and let me see what is happening whenever I put some text. So let me put some text over here like learn, and now over here I am able to find the correct text. So this is the text that I want to pass to these Microsoft Translator Cognitive Services. So now let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and inside this in the last session itself we have created one new service, that is ms service .service.ts. So if you are creating this new fresh Angular application, then you may not find this service, so you need to create this service. So to create this service you just need to type ng then space gs space s and the service name. So you can give any service name. So let me open this ms service, and inside this the function that we used in the last session is computer vision service. So now let me create one new function. So let me type public then translate text, which is the function name. This will take the text that I want to translate, and then over here we just need to specify some API links. So API link is, let me find the API link on my Microsoft Azure portal. So let me keep this as it is as of now. Let me go to this browser and Microsoft Azure portal. Now over here inside this translate one, and on the left hand side you will be able to find this one option, that is keys and endpoint. So let me open this keys and endpoint option, and now over here you are be able to find this endpoint. So let me copy this API link and let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and over here let me paste this. So on these my notes I have already created some notes for me. So let me copy this link as well, because on this after this link we just need to specify some options like this from and to. So I will just explain all these things, but as of now let me copy this one, and I will give all these things into the description box, so don't need to worry about this one. So let me copy this one and let me go back to this Visual Studio Code, and over here let me paste this, And again, let me go back to my Azure portal, and let me copy my endpoint. So let me copy this and let me come over here, and inside this let me remove these text, that is your API, and let me paste it over here. So over here, make sure you are giving only one slash. So if you have any extra slash like this, then remove one. And now let me save this. And again, we just need to specify some headers. So we need to pass some headers. So again, I have kept the header information in my notes. So let me copy these headers and let me paste it over here like this. And now let me format this code. So in Visual Studio Code, if you want to format the code, then the shortcut is Alt, Shift and F. And now let me save this. So the headers that we are going to pass is our subscription key. So let me find the subscription key, but again we just need to pass the region, and we just need to pass the content type. So content type is application/JSON. So let me save these headers into const headers like this. And now let me go to Azure portal again so that I can find my subscription key. And over here, let me click on these show keys, and let me copy this first key. So there are two keys. You can copy any key and you can paste any key. So you can copy, let me copy this first one. Let me go back to my Visual Studio Code and let me remove this text, that is your key, and let me paste this like this. Let me save this one, and again over here it is asking me the subscription region. So over here inside this Azure portal, on this end, you will be able to find this location. So East Asia is my location. If you have any different, then you will find different one. So let me copy this as well and let me paste it over here like this. Now let me save this one, and again we just need to return one HTTP call from this translate text function. So let me just return HTTP dot post, and over here we just need to pass some information. So the first information that we want to pass is API. Then we just need to pass some body. So inside the body we just need to pass the text. Text is the text that we are getting from the function call. And then over here I'm just getting some error, so this is due to the curly brackets. Like this, and we just need to pass the headers. So headers is equals to headers like this. And now let me explain this. So we are just returning HTTP post call from this particular translate text function. So we just need to pass the API, that is the link that we saved over here, and we just need to pass the text. So the text that we want to translate, so that particular text we are getting from this form, and that text we are just passing to the Microsoft services. And again we just need to pass the headers. So headers are these headers is the name of the headers that we can pass. So you can change the name, and you can give any name over here. Now over here I am just getting one error, so this is why, due to I missed these brackets like this. Now let me save this one, and make sure you are giving all these things like brackets and all in a proper way, because this indentation may give some errors to you. So let me now save this one, and let me go back to this my translate.component.ts, and over here from this particular function we just need to call this service. And make sure whenever you are using this service, we just need to create the HTTP client. And to use this HTTP client, or to inject this HTTP client, we just need to import this HTTP client module. So over here inside this app.module.ts, make sure you are importing this HTTP client module, which comes from this angular/common/HTTP. So let me go back to my translate component.ts file, and over here let me inject the service. So to inject the service, let me write private ms service, which is my service name that I want to give, and which is ms service, like this. And this ms service we have already created in the last session. If you have created the new one, you need to specify the new name. And now let me call this service function. So ms service dot translate text, and the text that we want to pass is my this translate form dot value dot translate text. So let me copy this one and let me paste it on the below line, and let me save this into one variable like text is equals to like this, and let me remove this, or let me remove this error, and let me pass this text variable over here, and let me subscribe this, because this is the HTTP post call, and every HTTP post call in, or every HTTP call in Angular returns the observable, and we need to subscribe to that observable. And inside the brackets, these two brackets, let me type res, which is response. If we got any response, so let me type console dot log the response, like this. And otherwise, if we got any error, let me print that error as well. So over here, let me give the comma, and let me give the name to the variable of error, and let me again give the console dot log error, like this. And let me pause this for a few seconds, and you can observe this, all these brackets and all, because here we have used lots of brackets and all. So make sure you are giving all the brackets and all these commas in a correct way. And now let me save this one. Let me go back to my browser into this application, and let me refresh this application. And now let me go to this translate, and let me put some text. So let me put learn as a text, and let me click on this translate text. Now over here we are getting some response from the Microsoft service. So let me expand this one, and let me expand this 0 as well. Let me expand this translation, and over here now I am able to get this text, that is Seekhna. So Seekhna is a translation for learn to Hindi. So over here we are able to find this HI, which is the code for Hindi. Okay, so if you want to translate this particular text in some different languages, then I will show you how we can translate into the different languages. But before that, let me show this particular information onto my this right hand side, like this. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code, and let me copy some code. So let me go to this translate.component.html, and on this second div class we just need to paste some code. So let me go back to my previous image recognition into the HTML, and let me copy this one line or two lines, and let me close this one, and let me paste it over here like this. And over here, if you want to write it down, so to write it down, just you can write these few lines. So ngx JSON viewer that we are using to show the JSON. In the last session we have already like imported all these things which are necessary to use this ngx JSON viewer. Again, there is one documentation on this. If you want to go for this documentation, I will provide this link into the description box. You can go over here, and how to install these npm ngx JSON viewer is already given over here. So to use this ngx JSON viewer, we just need to install this. So if you are using the latest Angular version, then you just need to specify the command like npm install ngx JSON viewer, and then inside this app.module.ts, inside the imports array, we just need to specify this ngx JSON viewer. Make sure you are giving the correct name, and this ngx JSON viewer comes from this ngx JSON viewer library. So we need to add this import line on the top end as well. So make sure you are following all these things. Now let me go back to this, and inside these we just need to specify the data that we want to show in a JSON format. So over here let me change this name, because this is the name that I have given in the last session for this image recognition service. This time let me change the name. So over here whatever response we will get from these Microsoft service, we will save into our local variable. So let me create some local variable like translated text, like this one, and whatever response I will get from this service, let me save that particular response into that translated text variable, like this. Now let me copy this translated text name and let me paste it into this one. So let me paste it over here, and again let me paste it into this condition, like this. And now let me save this one, and now let me go back to my browser, and now let me see what is happening. So let me put some text and let me click on translate text, and now we are able to see this JSON response. But I just wanted to show this JSON response onto my right hand side, so let me see what is going wrong in that. So let me go back to my Visual Studio Code and let me see what is happening. Okay, so over here I just missed one extra class, that is row. So let me create that class, div, then class is equals to row, and let me just close this div after this second col lg6 div. So let me close this div like this. Now everything is looking good, and let me format this code. So to format this code we just need to write Control Shift F in a Visual Studio Code. Let me save this one, and now let me go back. So make sure you are giving correct indentation, that I have created one class called as a row, and inside this row we have created all these two parts. So one part is of this col lg6 and the second part is of this col lg6. Now let me save this code. Let me go back to my browser and let me type some text over here, and at this time let me just type hi, I am John, like this. Let me click on translate text, and now over here on the right hand side we are able to find this hi my John who, which is the Hindi text, and this to hi means we are translating these text from English to Hindi. So over here it will automatically recognize this language as English, and over here we just need to specify the to. So to means hi means the code for the Hindi language. Now the main question is how we can translate this text to any other language. So if you want to translate this text into the any other language, so on these into this service over here we have some option. Now inside these options we just, let me click this. Okay, so inside these options over here, if you observe, I'm passing these two two parameters like from and to. So from means the language that we are giving as an input. So I'm giving English as a language as an input, and we just need to pass it to the, or translate this to the hi, that is Hindi. So over here if you want to use some different languages, then you can give the different codes. So these Microsoft Cognitive Translator service is capable of translating text from more than 60 languages. So whatever the codes are, I will give link into the description box, and you will find different codes for different languages. For Hindi it is hi, for English it is en, for any other language we have different codes. So make sure you are using the correct code over here, and I will give all the documentation link into the description box. So now again everything is done, and I think it is looking good. So over here I have created this JSON format. If you want to show all these things into the different format, like if you want to show into some card or into some any other places, you can definitely show by using the Bootstrap code or any other code. So I hope you got an idea behind this Microsoft Translator Cognitive Services, like how we can use that service from the Angular application and how we can create this service. And I hope you got a basic idea over this, and I hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you in the next session.